Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. All of my fodder this week is going into one singular SBC, simply because it's the most fun SBC we have right now inside of Shapeshifters, and it's actually motivating me to do the Shapeshifters pack grind. Now, we're going to look at that today because one of those upgrade packs may be changing, but also more packs are available in objectives after EA dropped a very unique Evo Elites League mode. Now, the League modes are not super unique. We've gotten them maybe like once a month so far this year in this game. We've had the big ones with Maldini and Mycon and Javi Simons. We remember those, right? Here's another one. Now, there's some positives, there's some negatives, but there's a lot of packs in there and some nice Evos. I want to talk about that today and what content we could be getting today on a Monday as the Portugal Nations League winners cards go out of packs. Will we get an Evo? We're going to look at that because we need some evolutions right now to keep the hype rolling on this game. Also, I'm going to make a quick little investment situation out of this video as well. These shapeshifter cards move too much on the market to not be buying. If you want to follow in, we'll talk about that later in today's video as well. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and of course subscribe if you are new. Now, firstly, I hope you guys had a great weekend, whether it was spent on this game or not on this game at all. I hope it was a good one. For me, it was not spent too much on this game. I have a lot of catching up to do, and let's do that with the content that dropped yesterday on Sunday. I want to take a look at the SBCs first because I think that's where maybe the least amount of hype was yesterday. We have our Claudio Marchisio Shapeshifter Hero card finally released, and guys, I'm confused with this SBC because Claudio Marchisio is a center mid. This one has been position changed. Of course, that's the whole point of Shapeshifters, but his play styles kind of make him still seem like he should be played in the center mid position. 5-star, 5-star. He's got finesse, power shot, tiki-taka, and incisive. It's not the playstyle pluses I'm talking about. It's the base playstyles. His positions are striker, cam, right mid, right wing, but he's got great passing, fine scoring playstyles. Would have loved to have the low-driven shot, absolutely. But he has intercept and anticipate. That's what I'm really on about here. Why does a striker slash right wing slash cam have intercept and anticipate when really he would use technical, rapid, or quick step and maybe a trickster or a first touch, even a Travella, more than those two base play styles there? That's why I'm a little bit confused. Personally, I don't think this is an SBC that I'm super interested in, even though it's only 4 squads and a whopping cost of 205,000 coins. One thing I'll say EA has done well is at least keep these shapeshifter SBCs a lot more affordable. I mean, that's probably how much some of these cards would cost on the market. Like, that's even more than I think this Marchisio would cost on the market in the state of this economy, if you'll say it in that way right now in this game. But at least it's affordable, and you see 200k for a card like that. If that's somebody who interests you, if that's a card you want to have, absolutely go ahead and craft it, and it's nice that it's not going to set you back too much. Now, the other SBC we were expecting to see yesterday was a re-release of an icon player pick, and they brought back the 93+. It is a 1 of 4, and it's less squads, but you still need a lot of squads, a lot of players, and a lot of specific rating requirements for this. You need 85s, you need 86s, 8 of them, by the way, 8 87s, even 8 88s. Guys, if this icon pick was actually hyped, do you know what fodder would be doing right now? This is once again another opportunity EA's trying to create to make fodder go off of minimum price. And the only really thing they succeeded at with that yesterday was making 88s finally lift off of minimum 6.2k. You can see some of them here are like 6.5 to 7,000 coins. So they have slightly lifted off of minimum price, but like barely, you know, and that just kind of shows you the hype of that 93+ encore pick. That is not the pick that I'm going to be crafting this week, as we'll talk about another SBC later. 84% downvoted, 425,000 coins on that one. Honestly, I think part of the reason is we don't have any icons in here that are recent. Shapeshifter icons just came back. Those are the first promo icons that we've had since April and the Foot Immortals promo. Seems like some of these icons in here just really aren't worth chasing when we have another great icon player pick slash hero player pick that is out right now. So that was yesterday's SBC content there. Let's go straight into evolutions and continue the conversation here where content was a little bit better. But again, you got positives and you got negatives. We have our first 99 defending boost evolution. I just thought about this. We've had a 99 pace, shooting, passing, dribbling, and a 99 physical evo, if I do remember correctly. This is our first 99 defensive boost. EA saved the best for last. Combined 99 defense with Anticipate Plus, while you're going to have an insane center back. And I think that's what a lot of people are trying to create through this Evo, even though this is a shapeshifter Evo that gives the center defensive mid position, gives a really solid boost to passing and dribbling, and of course the 99 defending, but it gives playstyle pluses that really makes you feel like you're creating a CDM. It gives pinged pass plus, it gives press proven plus, and then intercept plus. Guys, the best way to use this Evo is to put it on a card who's already got 3 playstyle pluses, like the Beckenbauer. That's a card I'd use at CDM for sure out of this evolution. But as I look through the rest of players in my club, the Jan Vertonghen card, that's a bit interesting to me, and this Ben Davies as well that I've been working on through evolutions from his inform, that looks interesting to me too. The combination of 99 defending, once again, with the Anticipate Plus, I think that's kind of like what you're looking for through this Evo. That's going to create a center back that's going to go boom straight into your team. Max 91 pace stat limit is fine. The other boosts are okay. Like, this is a good Evo. That's the positive, right? You get good defensive boost and you get some good passing and dribbling boost. The negative is 100,000 coins still feels a little bit much. I know we have the sticker shock of 99 defending, and you have some of these cards like the Rudiger and the Pinnock card from Brentford that have 99 physical and 99 defending, but is it really worth your 100,000 coins for the few cards here? I could say yes to this because, again, 99 is as good as it gets, and I do love that, but I think I wanted a little bit more, and the one thing I wanted more from this was maybe better playstyle pluses added to the boost that it gives, but also a 4th playstyle plus. If I'm paying 100,000 coins now at this stage, I know we just had a 500,000 coin for a playstyle plus Evo, right? The big one, the Shapeshifter Strike Force. But I think like 100,000 coins here, can that, contribute an extra playstyle plus to our center back CDM card that we're going to be building? I don't know. Maybe that's not expensive enough of a price for EA, but I feel like with the cards that you can get on the market now, of course, everybody talks about the prices of cards in this economy, like with how cheap everything is. These Evos that continue to cost 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 coins, they just feel less and less worth it because of that, unless they give really massive boosts. Now, I will say, there's some great cards in this. The Rudiger, the Pinnock, as we mentioned, with the double 99s. Even some of the players that aren't double 99, take a look at Gold VVD, yet another Evo for him. And you look at this card for 100,000 coins versus some of the team of the season and other center backs that we have right now in this game, and you're like, wait a second, this Saliba for 250k, he's got 95 physical and 95 defending, less passing than the VVD card, a little bit more dribbling, the same pace, maybe slightly better playstyle pluses because he has the Anticipate, but VVD has the Bruiser, the Intercept, and the Aerial. That's only 100,000 coins, and this is 255. So you can definitely make an argument that that is a good Evo. If I had to rate that Evo out of 10, I don't know, I'd give it maybe like a 7, maybe a 7.5, and a lot of that rating is carried by the 99 defending, but I think there's plenty of things with that, as we mentioned, that we'd like to see a little bit better. Now, let's go to the cup mode, or the league, technically as it's called, but it's in objective, so it feels like a cup. It's another one of these leagues, right? You think about the Maicon, the Maldini, the Javi Simons from Bundesliga Team of the Season. It is a limited game mode friendly, where you have to try to get as many wins as you can in that certain number of games. Now, the things that I like about these, this is, again, one of the unique ways that EA has kind of got us to try to use different teams and to bring competitiveness to friendlies in a different way. And it's also, if you remember what we looked at in the video yesterday, a way that I think EA is going to continue to go forward in the next year of FC26 with bringing competitiveness, kind of like they're bringing back the old daily knockout tournaments or the old tournaments of like way back in FIFA 14 and 15. That's the kind of vibe I think they're going for. And that, these leagues give us a little bit of that, but man, is it sweaty. It is absolutely tough out there because we know how these limited game modes work. But I like the uniqueness of it because we all have to use different teams. You have to use 10 evolution players in your starting 11, max 94 squad, and no 95s in the squad as well. Now, there's a couple things I want to note about just the squad requirements. I thought this was interesting. This Ericsson card is my Immortals icon, right? He actually doesn't count as an Evo player, you have to have 10 in the team. As we mentioned, of course, the goalkeeper is not evolved, and you can evolve goalkeeper, so that's the one card that will not. The rest of your starting 11 has to be Evos. Cosmetic Evos do count, but I will say you cannot use like badge evolutions. Those do not count towards the goal there. But like, let's say for this Balde, all I did was put a +1 Evo on him, but he's now a TOTS evolution design, so he counts. If you don't have enough evolution cards in your club, if you just started a brand new RTG or something like that, just go through and put on some of those free evolutions that you maybe have claimed from objectives, or maybe even some of the free cosmetic ones that give you a different card design. If the card design changes, then it's going to most likely count for that there. So I like the uniqueness of like saying, oh, hey, I'm going to go use my Evo cards. Sure, a lot of people are going to use the Hullet, the Maldini if you have it, and some of the other insane Evo players that we've had as of late because it's max 94. I wish EA would have maybe knocked that down a little bit in terms of the Evo rating. Like if they would have made it 92, that could have made it a bit more interesting and unique, but still, nonetheless, it's a different team than most of us are probably using for FUT Champs, and the rewards are what make it worth it. These are some really, really good packs, man. Come on now, right? I mean, even if you're like, Nate, I'm probably only going to get 7, 8 wins in this mode, I still think it's worth it. You get some SP in here. You get 1500 SP, level 1, 5, and 10, so 1500 SP in total. But like, these are some good packs. I always say this with these league modes. Sure, it's sweaty, but it's a limited number of games, so you know you can work on it throughout the week. You have a whole 7 days to get it done, and the rewards do feel like they're worth it. Now, I will say one caveat to that. This level 16, win 16 to get the Abedi Pele and to finish the whole entire objective. This is what everybody's aiming for, right? I don't think this card is worth it for 16 wins. This might be the worst of the 4 league modes that we've had this year of the players at the end. Again, you think about the Maicon, the Maldini, and the Javi Simons. Compare those to this card in terms of the name or the hype. It's not a bad card by any stretch of the imagination, but is it really that unique and that cool to be getting after winning 16 out of 24? I think it could have been a little bit better, especially in the shooting and the passing categories. I can create Evos through the Strike Force 500k Evo right now that are better than that, and I think I am going to with the Diego Luna card that I tweeted out yesterday. I think looks insane. But yeah, I don't know. I like this because of the packs, and I'm definitely going to be playing it because those modes are fun to me. But also, once again, I completely understand the people that are like, nah, Nate, those modes suck because they're so competitive and it's sweaty, and they use it in friendly modes, and that's not a friendly thing at all. And I totally understand that side of the coin as well. I feel like EA doing these cups or leagues, as they are now kind of naming them, that are more competitive like that this year, the community's very split on those. I personally love the great rewards, and it gives me something to kind of like test myself on too. Am I capable of getting 16 of 24? I hope so. I've gotten close in all of these different friendly leagues that are actually not friendly, like we've mentioned before. So I'm hoping to see myself succeed in that one. We'll have fun with that this week on the streams for sure. Let me know how you feel about that down in the comments. The rewards carry it for sure for me. Now, let's move into a little bit of conversation about the market really fast with what's happening today and what's going out of packs today, specifically the Portugal cards. Now, again, the pack rate on these has been absolutely cheeks. Even look at their prices from the second day they were in packs yesterday, from the first day on Saturday. And oh my goodness, are these cards, like, they haven't even changed, man. I bought Bruno for 1.05, sold him for 1.2 million coins. He's still 1.1. I bought Hitinha for 835. It was on the video yesterday. Sold him for 940. He's still there. Most of these cards have maintained their price because they're just so rare and so unpackable from this game and on the market right now. They're going to be very expensive like all of the other Road to the Final winners were, and I think you just want to be very, very careful with these cards. But they are going out of packs, and if there's people that are going to buy them for their teams, they could potentially go up. But with another week of Shapeshifters incoming, I don't think you want to hold on to those cards for too long. Now, we're going to talk more about the market a little bit later and what I've invested in at the moment. You may have seen a couple cards there on my transfer list, but what I really want to point out today as we get into Monday content is we start this brand new week. We're looking for something to do, something to grind. Sure, maybe you've got FUT Champs games like me to finish up. You got Rivals rewards to be chasing. You got the objective stuff to be chasing too, but that's all gameplay related. There's SBCs that I'm wanting to do each and every day on this game because it's a grind that I'm motivated for, and it does include the 82 times 20s, but it takes a little bit to get there, especially with the crafting objective that we have and extra packs for that. But mostly it's this SBC, the 1 of 10 historical player pick. Obviously, I opened this yesterday in the video. You guys saw we got Eto. I was like, is that a dub? Is it not a dub? it was a dub, let's be honest. But this is what motivates me the most out of anything. This is what I'm saving up my 87s, 8s, 9s, and 90s for. Anything that's like 87 and above, I'm saving it for this historical player pick because it's just fun. Just like the 1 of 15 was a couple weeks ago when that was released. This is just fun and it's different and unique and it motivates me, man. Like a 93 plus encore pick just doesn't do it. But this for 4 squads does. Sure, there's player SBCs I could do like Lewandowski and Beckham and Muller and stuff like that and try those out. But like, at the same time, it's June. I want to have a little bit of fun. I've done player SBCs all year with my fodder to put them into my team. And to be honest, this year I feel like there's been less player SBCs overall that have really gone into my team. There's been some marquee ones, but it's not like I'm putting a new SBC player in each week to my team like I felt like I used to in the past, either just to try them out or like an actual meta upgrade for my squad. Anyways, this is what I'm motivated to grind right now. And the way that we can do it is the kind of the pack grind for at least today, tomorrow in this game before the 82 times 20s go away kind of goes like this. Of course, you got to start with your super daily silver packs into your shapeshifter grinds, right? Because that gets you everything you need for the shapeshifter crafting upgrade, which is the 77 times 5. Some of you guys know this already, but I just want to kind of outline it really fast. And doing the crafting upgrade and the crafting SBC is so crucial this week to get the complete 100 done. Once you get those packs, boom, you're probably completing a 1 of 10 historical icon / hero player pick from opening all of these crafting upgrades, like an 86 times 10 and an 86 times 7. Come on, 85 10 as well. Oh yeah, you're getting a lot of fodder, mostly higher rated too from those packs to be able to put into one of those player picks. That's going to give you one there. But once you do those grind, the silver grind, the crafting upgrades, you're going straight into the 82 times 20s or maybe some 82 plus player picks as well to get you those 85s and 86s that you will need for the 82 times 20 version 1, which is still the cheaper version because 85s and 86s are still very cheap. And then after that, you're going into the 1 of 10 plus player pick right there. Of course, don't forget all of your other upgrades that you have at the moment, like the 84-7 is still here, the 86 plus player picks, which I actually have a couple of open in this video today. So that's still a part of the grind as well. What I will say is, like we've been doing, the leftover 83s and 84s and even 82s, I would put into the 84 plus team of the week. Stock up on those team of the weeks because that's just going to help you in the future when you need team of the week cards for the team of the week or TOTS requirements inside of SBCs. And the last thing I'll say about the pack grind right now is, like, if I open a bunch of 8220s because I've crafted through everything and I feel like I'm down to 0, or like maybe I can do 1 encore pick and I'm so close to doing a second, but I have to go buy cards off the market, I'm buying. Like right now, we've traded this whole entire, we're still trading, let's be completely honest, but we've spent so much time trading this year and making coins. And if you've done the same, like this is the time of the year where you stop being a little stingy with those coins. And I go buy 88s for 6.7K. Like I'll make those cards go up a little bit. I'll buy some of them myself because I want to go ahead and do these SBCs and have fun in June. I have no problem with spending coins right now on buying a few 86s, 7s, 8s, whatever you need to get a player pick like that done, to get a player SBC done, because at this point in the game, we don't want to spend a whole lot of time grinding in the menus, which is why there's a little bit of annoyance with this whole grinding upgrade 3-part system that we have right now to then go into another upgrade pack to then go into the 1 of 10. Like if we just had the crafting upgrade and then like the super daily silver into the crafting, then into the 82 times 20, if it was just those 3 things, maybe with the player pick on the side and some of our other packs too, but like without having to go through a 5-step process to get to your 82 times 20, that would be very, very nice. And that's why I'm just kind of expediting the process too by buying some of those 85s and above sometimes to get those SBCs done. So I just wanted to mention that because like I know a lot of you guys operate like me where you're not spending any coins on SBC fodder to finish off SBCs most of the year because we're always talking about saving your coins, being careful with your coins. But at this stage, I'm freaking buying those cards, man. Like I'm absolutely buying those cards off the market because if I'm going to hold out and wait till I pack, ooh, nice, Schlotterbeck, that's cool, 95 rated, that's probably going into a 90 plus player pick. But if I'm holding out and going to just try to grind, another Nico Schlotterbeck, that's cool, he's going to go into a 90 plus player pick. But if I'm just trying to grind out the packs to pack 86s and 7s like that without buying them, it's going to take me way longer. So that's what I'm not a huge fan of. Also, was that 3 picks in a row with Irene Paredes? Anyways, 2 back-to-back Schlotterbecks was Not on my bingo card, but yeah, he's going to go into some more of those SBCs. And I will say as well, low key, it is worth ripping packs at the moment because those 86 plus picks like that, the 82 times 20s, like I just feel. What? Golden Bop? That's the second Golden Mbappe that we've had this year. Oh my gosh, man. As I was saying, low key, right now with Shapeshifters, it just kind of feels worth it to open packs because the Shapeshifter cards, even as 94 and 95 rated fodder, are popping out pretty consistently. And you get some high rated cards, or you get some Shapeshifters and you feel like you might have a chance at packing something decent. That's all that I'm trying to say with that. As I pack back-to-back Shapeshifters and Mbappe's, you can tell I've not been on the game that much this weekend because it's like EA's trying to reel me back in. They know I haven't been on the game as much. They're like reeling me back in. Anyways, that's kind of the pack grind that I'm motivated for and wanted to mention to you guys this week because that's going to keep me going on the menus this week, is chasing after those 1 of 10 picks just because they're so fun to watch and to open. I'm super excited for those to move out the week and craft those. Now, let's talk about the market a bit because if we're spending coins, we got to make a few coins. And I bought some more of these Shapeshifter cards. I can't pass up Konate at 300,000 coins. I can't pass up Harry Kane at 1.5 because these cards move like crazy. Harry Kane's 1.8 million. Yep, I'm about to list that card. We're doing everything, man. We're packing Mbappe. We're making profits. Like, these cards fluctuate insane. Yesterday, I was looking at Konate. He had dropped so much. I was not watching the market at all on Saturday. Knew he had dropped so much. I think when we looked at him, he was like 300K. And look what he did, man. He went all the way back up to 370, 380, even with squad battles rewards. These cards just plain have hype. People want to use Shapeshifters because they're different, they're unique, and they're not that expensive for the cards that you have. And that means people are going to go fork out the cash to go use those cards and to go and want to go try them. So what I'm going to do right now is list up my Harry Kane, see if I can sell him. We're listing for 220,000 coins above where we bought him. If we get that sale, we're happy. But watch the Shapeshifter cards because they're great for fluctuations. You buy them in the early AM hours UK time or late night US and then sell them in the midday a couple hours before content, just like we looked at that graph. That's a great fluctuation trade there. Now for the Ultimate Tots cards, we saw a lot of them maybe go a little bit lower yesterday or kind of just maintain their very low prices. Some of these should hopefully just trickle back up too. I'm not expecting a big day of content today. Let's be completely honest. Mondays have been really mid in some of the past couple of weeks, like very mid. The only thing that I really feel like would save the content today would be an evolution, if I'm being completely honest. So I think today could be a good day to trade, but I do believe that the Shapeshifter cards would come back down late into the Monday night hours and then maybe have another rise opportunity. On Tuesday, we will just have to see. But later in the week, we'll be careful with Rivals rewards for the supply of those cards there. And just to mention fodder prices once again, I still think 86s are good investments. It's just kind of a waiting game. It's kind of like buying Team of the Weeks at minimum price because EA keep requiring these specific ratings. 86s are going to jump up to like 5,000-6,000 coins again at some point in the next couple of weeks because if EA take the SBCs away, they go down to minimum value, but they keep putting other ones out, they're going to jump back up again. So I still think that's a good investment. 85s, maybe 88s now are going to be good flips and good fluctuation trades as well. Getting on bids for 88s at like 6.2, and it looks like you'll be able to sell them around 7K. Maybe they go a little bit higher because you have multiple SBCs now requiring those 88 rated specific cards. So that's one thing to watch out for today is just those cards moving. But speaking of Monday content, let's go through it really quick. What are we genuinely expecting today? First of all, I mean, cross off the ones we've had already. Timo Werner and Vidic are the next two SBC players we're genuinely looking for. The Vidic, of course, we've mentioned a couple times. Watch out for your bronze rares if he comes out. Maybe neither of those would be today. Maybe Werner, but who knows. One of those player SBCs would most likely be dropping today alongside of a new 82 plus player pick. The one they dropped last week was the first time. It was a 1 of 4. They better not change anything from this and keep it a 1 of 4 82 plus player pick. Exact same requirements. Just simply refresh that and put a nice little Shapeshifter logo on it there. But as I mentioned, I really feel like what today's content is really going to be driven by, hype-wise, is an evolution. Are we going to have another max 93 rated Evo? This was leaked. The center back one for 99 defending was leaked before the content drop yesterday. So be very watchful of the leaks for today. I'd be very interested to see if we have another leak for an Evo. At the moment, we do not. But also, that means watch evolution investments. Some of these cards have dropped down a lot. Like, I bought Wesley Sneijder, what was it, last week for 68,000 coins. I sold him for 100 to 110K. I think I still even have one or two on my transfer list. He's back down to 60,000 coins. I still have a Cafu in my club. He dropped off a lot this weekend. And we could look at a lot of different 93 rated Evo cards that have kind of come back down. I still have a Ronaldinho. I've been holding on to a Ronaldinho that I bought for now over a week as a 93 rated. He's still 2 million coins, which is great because I bought him at 1.7. But like, I'm holding this card for him to go to like 3 mil when he fits an evolution that is hype. So that's the sort of thing you can still watch for on the market as well in terms of those investments for evolution. So I'm gonna get back. Let's end the video with one pack here because our luck has kind of been cooking. We pack Mbappe inside of a YouTube vid. Second Mbappe pack pull of the year. First one was tradable from the first paid season pass, and we sold him. And then we just packed 2 Nico Schlotterbecks as well. Wow. I think the 84-7s are the best packs I have in here. We're going to have a lot bigger objective packs to open today inside of the stream. All right, so no shapeshifters for us, but we do get a walkout, center back, Brazil, Marquinhos. Maybe a double walkout would have been sick. High rated for, oh yeah, right there, 87, 88, cool. So we're going to craft a bunch today. We're going to hit some of those encore picks and some 82 times 20s and see. I should have got a shapeshifter counter, honestly, for how many of the shapeshifters we're packing. We've kind of been cooking. I'm going to save that one 82 times 20 for later today. I've got some SBCs to craft up, but I will see you guys in the stream today. If you're motivated at all to grind the menus, drop a thumbs up on the video. Comment down below if you have any questions, or maybe it's the gameplay that motivates you. Whatever it is, I hope to see you guys in the stream today, man. Should be a good one. We're going to make some profits. We're going to pack some more cards. And let's have a Monday. Hope you guys have a great Monday, whatever you got going on today. And I will see you guys in the stream today here on YouTube, Twitch, or on TikTok. Check the links down below in the description. And have a great Monday. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you guys later. Peace.